All right, let's see if this thing is working tonight. Ooh, it is. So I lost my connection last night, and my stream stopped all of a sudden, and it yelled at me about a problem with the API key. But now it seems to be API keying all over again. So there we go. All right, let me just adjust this. Move this in the window. Here we go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And who is here? No one. Well, because I'm watching it myself. All right, let me just share this. Copy URL. Gaming VR. That's right, more dwarves. So, yeah. I was streaming happily along last time, and all of a sudden I got this message from uh, Streamlab that my Twitch API key was invalid or some such nonsense. I think the internet just got all internety and the connection broke. So, yeah, it wasn't you, it was me. And it was kind of late, so, I decided to take a little break. Yeah. All right. So, here's our situation. Um I have retired that fort from the other night. And then what I did is I fired up an adventurer to try and find the fort in adventure mode. Well, it turns out that it's much easier to find an existing fort if you roll the adventurer in the right damn world. Ah. So, yeah, once I realized that error, yesterday I rolled myself a brand new adventure in the proper world, found the region the fort's in, and we actually to make a long story short, right? We have a adventurer who is in the same world as Sizzledpick. You can see you got two saves here, and there's my goddamn dog barking in the background. Because, of course, why wouldn't the dog be barking in the middle of me trying to stream? Do you guys hear that? The dog? Do I need to shut the door? Anyway, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fire up adventure mode and find the old fort. It's probably Clementine because she's very mouthy. Anyway, Cyril here is a dwarven adventurer, and we're gonna load up Cyril's save file. Uh, do 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 do. Now I've played a little bit of adventure mode. I'm not going to pretend to be a master of it. It also must be acknowledged that even though it's been released in production, some folk really don't consider it feature complete, and that would probably even include Bay 12. It doesn't really, uh, yeah, it's more of a run around and fight things and check out the world, and yeah, there are some quests and stuff, but it's not quite the same depth as Fortress mode. It'll get there maybe, but even if it doesn't, it's a way to see the world from a different perspective. All right, so anyway, what we have here is we have that's the planter. Where am I? Let me move around a little bit. All right. So how adventure mode works is whereas Fortress mode is in real time, well, or real Fortress mode runs even if you're not touching anything unless you pause it. Um, Adventure mode works with ticks, and time does not proceed unless you actually do something. So right now, while I'm sitting here, nothing's happening in the world. And if I move, doink, well, that passes a tick. If I press the period, doink, well, that's another tick. Doink, right? So I can sit here and babble all I want and nothing is happening. So who are we dealing with? If we click on here, this is our party. Right now, I have 2 pet dogs. We're going to just not show this again. So we've got me, and then I've got Id and Tobel. They're both good boys. Are they good? No, they're good girls. God, I should learn to read symbols, right? I got 2 good girl war dogs that I rolled with me. See, at the beginning of adventure mode, you have certain points that you can spend on skills, equipment, and companions. So I have 2 puppy dogs. As far as I know, I don't need to worry about feeding them or anything like that. I just need to worry about feeding myself. Let's take a look at me. Let's see, I'm 72 years old. I have 2 pets. I'm healthy. I have no official position anywhere. I'm good at dodging. I'm competent with my axe. I can shoot bows and arrows if I need to. I can use a shield, and I can use armor. These are my items. I have pretty standard gear. I gave myself some extra ale. I've got some delicious yak lung, some delicious kiwi intestines, a leather water skin that I can fill with, well, water.
Still with the puns?
Yeah. And then I've got some gold coins that are good in my region. No health problems, no wounds, my description. Oh, I have long sideburns. All this stuff was randomed. All right. So, and then my skills. I have no labor skills. These are my combat skills. No real social skills. I can actually swim a little bit, and I can read a little bit, and I'm also a little bit of a tracker. And then these are some knowledge things. Pusses, and let's see what that is. Musical composition. Is a musical composition's example of the guild's taxings. The composition is great. Oh, wow. So this is apparently a song my character can sing in a tavern.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my word. That's insane. I also know this poem, The Slim Bear and the Prices. And again, you got to remember, all this stuff is procedurally generated, possibly generated by another character in the world, and my character somehow learned it. I might have to go recite this poem. All right. Anyway, maybe that's my goal. Let's talk about where we are in the world. Over here, we've got the travel option. If I hit that map, I'm underground right now. That's right. We're going to end travel mode. Let's walk out of here. Oh, and by the way, these are friendly dwarves that I can talk to. We're not going to bother with that at the moment. So we're going to go here. We're going to go up these steps. Then we're going to go up these steps, and boom, here we are in the hillock where I started, which is basically like hobbit holes but for dwarves. And we can see the dwarves are talking. We can overhear some conversations that are going on, so that's kind of fun. All right, let's look at the map now. So this is travel mode. I can actually walk in this mode right here, and I'll cover greater distances. So right here under my cursor is the hillock, the little place where I just came from. And I can now move and start to make progress to the south. And up here on the top, this is the position of the sun. It'll move from east to west, and then it'll be nighttime and the sun will set. All right, so what are we doing? Well, I can also look at the world map, and this is actually kind of exciting because here we are in the Dwarven Hillocks of Ashgem. Up here is a Dwarven fortress. I've actually not been there. I've not been anywhere. This is the first time playing this character, but This is where we want to go. This is the Dwarven Fortress of Sizzledpick, which is the fortress that you saw me working on the other night. So this will actually not be a very long journey. And if we look in our journal here, um, so these are different events that have happened. I'm not bothering to read through all of them. I have no agreements yet. The agreements are essentially quests that you end up on. If we look at sites here, let's see if we can find Sizzledpick on this. Sizzled up, here we go, fortress right here. And we hover over it and it shows us how to get there. Again, it's kind of exciting, the fact that you can do stuff and it appears in the world. Groups. What do we know for groups? Yeah, these are different civilizations. And Sizzlepick is a member of one of these, but I forget which one. But that's all right. We can ask when we get there. It might be the pleated empires. Or the pick of contingents. I don't know. I don't remember. But here we've got the different regions. And it shows me how to get to them.
So I'm thinking that because you're like
I don't remember where Sizzledpick actually is from a region perspective, but this is a way to discover various things. Here's a bestiary, which shows you how to find certain monsters, like if you want to hunt and find a particular snack. Like if I wanted to find the small ape. You've encountered these creatures in the past, but not recently. So it lives in the forest of purges, which sounds like me after a bad night of partying. I don't know of any artifacts. That doesn't mean there aren't artifacts in the world. I just don't know about them. And then I have no idea of any intrigue going on. So there's a lot of information. All right, take-home message. We need to travel due south to get to Sizzledpick. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to be in travel mode and start walking. Do 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 do. And what happened now is the map automatically zoomed out because
I'm assuming as soon as we get to
I moved away from the hillock, and what we can see in the lower left is we are now in the Forest of Purges, and that's in the region, the Sunny Land. And these are, of course, this is the name in the native language of whatever that is. And again, I'm talking to, like, I know that Ian, you've played the game, and Squid, you work on DF Hack, so you guys know this. But for people who are watching this recording, maybe, all this stuff is generated on World Gen procedurally. If you play Dwarf Fortress, you will not have this. This is a unique world running on my system. You will have your own unique world with stories. I did not get Dwarf Fortress Hack yet. I have not had a chance, but I'm going to. I promise. I promise. Okay. I'm going to get it before I seriously pick up a new fortress. That's really where I'm concerned about. Does DF Hack actually do anything in adventure mode yet? That's what I'm really curious about. Or is it primarily focused on fortress mode? I love, by the way, that I can just stop playing and nothing's happening and I can talk. All right. I know DF Hack is old and so is adventure mode, but I'm just wondering if, like, whenever I hear about DF Hack, it's always in context with fortress mode, right? I just didn't know if it, like, would it let me do certain things in adventure mode? Like, I know in fortress mode it can be used to deal with troublesome stuff. There are some things. Okay, well, you know what? That's good enough. some things. So it probably addresses some of the more irritating things that Dwarf Fortress doesn't do properly on its own. So we'll check that out. All right, so let's see. If I look on the big map, I still haven't really moved off of the square. Oh no, I have actually. The hillocks. So Ashken, where I'm from, is here. So I've moved a little bit. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think I can zoom in and out on this map. I'm pretty sure I can zoom in and out in certain views, especially when I'm... Anyway, so we're just going to keep walking. All right. And now we're going to stop now that we've come to this brook. And I'm going to end travel. All right. Now, the reason I ended travel is because I want to find that brook because I noticed my water skin seemed empty. And if I hover over here and I right click, that gets me a contextual menu. I could fill my water skin or drink it, but the problem is this water's stagnant and I don't want to do that. I want to find the running water, but because I stopped near the brook, there should be running water in this square. I just need to look for it. There's a lot of plants and other things. There we go. There it is. All right. So now what I'm going to do is right click and I'm going to fill the water skin. Oh, it's already full. Okay, that's fine. So now what I'm going to do is, since I'm here, I'm going to basically just drink some water so that I won't get thirsty and then be like, oh, I've got to drink from my water skin, which I already just filled. All right. So now we've got some water. We'll go back to travel mode and continue our journey south. Is that my fortress? You know what? That looks kind of like where I embarked. I think that's the fortress right there. Yeah, this is exciting. All right, and now we can see up here there's certain directions I can't go in. For whatever reason, it's not letting me... You know what? I think I have to drop out of travel mode and go zoomed in. All right. Let's take a look. Because I think I'm in the actual area where my fortress is. Well, is it really my fortress any longer? I don't think it is. I think it's prickleberries. Can I eat prickleberries? Ignite prickleberries. Well, I don't want to do that. All right, so let's see here. Let's see where I'm looking at on the map. Yeah, see, I'm slowly... You see, I can't travel inside, so I'm in the site right now. So that's exciting. I'm getting closer to the fortress. And it should be fairly easy to find because the trade depot is outside. Up, up. I remember it being hilly like this. Let's take a look. Was it over here? I remember digging into a hill. Let's take a look on the map again. Oh, I'm close.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can make fire, but I don't want to accidentally set stuff on fire. And I remember there being some slopes and stuff going on, but I don't want to miss the fortress.
So
But I do remember there being elevation and whatnot. Let's take a look on the map again. I'm like right in the middle of where it is. I'm so close.
I think it was Poopy Head.
I don't know. Yeah. All right. We'll find it. Right. Right around the nest, just like Valheim. Yeah, you're not wrong. Oh, there it is.
I'm pretty sure it was Poopy Head.
There it is.
And she just thought it was the most hysterical thing.
That's my trade depot.
Yeah. I could tell she was, yes. And I don't think, yeah, like.
It was right around the next corner. You're absolutely right, Ian. You're absolutely right. It was around the next corner. All right. So, there's my front door, or the front door. We got the drawbridge right there. And here is Sizzledpick. Let's talk to the poet. Great listener.
Right, yeah.
I am Kath. Bleh. Life isn't a word dance. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I get you're a poet and a hippie, but, you know. So now we're going to continue. What we're going to do is we're going to continue that conversation. And then we're going to inquire about any troubles. How's life here? Well, let's see. We've got beasts. Ah, yeah. I wonder how that happened. Some idiot dug too deep, probably. So we'll continue the conversation. We'll ask about the beasts. A beast from the wilds has been harassing our people. Hero Caverns is in the Dune of Water. Seek this place if you hunt Woman Empire the Nightwing. All right. Well, that's new. Is in the Dune of Water. So we're going to talk to him and we're going to continue the conversation. So we're going to ask for the whereabouts of the... Ask for directions to Hero Caverns. Let's see if he knows where that is. It's far to the east, and we receive a detailed description. Wow, that's interesting. So if we open this up now, and we go to sites, and we go Hero. Let's see if we can find Hero Caverns. Hero. Oh, yeah, there we go. It did get added to our map. Ain't that a thing? So this stupid bard is telling me I should go to that lair and take out the beast that is there. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that, but it's good to know. All right. So we go over here. This is the original meeting room. Oh, yeah. We got a miner right there. Hello. Great listener. I'm Logan Mannerbrews. Praise death. Praise death. And it's interesting to see that the miner is telling the fat guinea cock, I've been fine. Actually, there's my militia commander. He's the militia commander's report. Remember, we yeah. And then we got a reindeer. Yeah, we got a bunch of people here.
Right.
Fisher Dwarf. An obese broker.
Right. Right.
The broker. Great listener.
Right. Well, look, you can be my sister.
Oh, I've got a weapon. You know what? I should probably put that away. You're a moose dealer. You know what? I don't remember the broker's name, but I suppose it could be. Let me take care of that. Don't show again. What I'm going to do is I've got my battle axe in my hand. I'm actually going to put that into a container. I'm going to put that in my leather backpack so that I'm not walking around the fortress with my axe out, because I think that was freaking at least one of the people out.
You're home already.
So we'll put that away because we don't need that at the moment. And in fact, you know what? We arguably don't need my copper shield either. So we're going to take the copper shield and we're going to put that into my backpack. There we go. So now I've got 2 free hands. And people should be less stressed out. All right. So this is the original barracks where the original meeting room, I should say, where people were allowed to hang out before we started digging the fort. But there's not I happen to know, because I helped build this, there's not a whole lot to this level. So let's go back up out here. Oh, good Lord. They keep babbling. That's something that I find a little irritating.
I never saw that till we moved to Pennsylvania with the mail. I'm like, in New Jersey, your mailbox is on your property, not across the street.
Oh, what
So
here?
we have
The
to
miner.
decide.
You know, why is the miner yelling at at basically a chicken? A beast from underground has been assailing us. The creature is Sagosm clad from the worker of Fog Patrol. This Volphine has killed 5 in her lust for murder. 2 of my cousins. Like, he's yelling at a fucking chicken. Like, the chicken's not going to do anything. Although, well, I've been known to talk to my dogs too. All right, here's one of the original storage areas. What's in this bin? I could like totally steal stuff. The chicken could certainly be responsible. We don't know, but we don't not know. Now, I wonder if I can throw this lever. I see. But if I throw that lever, it will catapult this dwarf into the air, which would not be good. So we're not going to do that. That's basically the oh shit lever that locks the front door. All right. And I know Ian wants me to pull it, but I'm not going to do that. All right. This is the, dwarf tossing. No one tosses a dwarf. Here we go. Here's, oh. This is one of the first food storage areas. I'll bet you.
Do I really?
Okay, so those are pond turtles, but they're alive. So we don't want to. Are they alive?
All that money. All the money.
All right, let's grab 2 pond turtles.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And let me look and see if they're actually turtles.
Necessarily means I'm assuming we'll count. I gotta pay the bills.
Are they alive?
Checks because you
Or dead? Or like, what are they? So let me try eating something. What do I want to eat or drink?
service
A pond turtle.
and payroll is
Eh,
this week.
well, what do you know? What do you know, Perry the Platypus? It was delicious.
Right, the payroll is.
All right. So I could actually.
I have a feeling that's probably because
I'm gonna get myself some pond turtles for snackage.
whatever, but we have to put money over from another account that is
All right.
I think
So
that's
we're gonna, hey, don't look too carefully here. Now, apparently, if items are owned by somebody, there's dollar signs on either side of them. Hello, dwarven child. Greet. Oh, hello. I'm Ms. Hot Cudgels. Oh, I'll bet they are. All right. All right. Oh, and let's see here. This over here. So we've got our farm, right? We've got a couple of farms. And down here, we've got our pasture, which is where the animals are supposed to be. But they all seem to be up. They don't seem to be in the pasture right now. That's a little weird. All right. Go figure. Unless it doesn't understand zones. Like, I don't know if it keeps the zones when you retire the fortress. That could be problematic. All right. Well, anyway, let's go down. Doink. And now I want to test something else out. I actually have wells that should let me get water. Oh, did I fall into the fucking well? All right. Well, that was awkward. Drink water. Yeah, very good. I can get water here, which is good. And I could fill my leather water skin with water. Okay, good, good, good. I was wondering if you could actually use the wells to get water. I'm glad you can. That's exciting. All right, and now we've got to do some climbing. Because I had to pierce a light aqueduct. Now I gotta say something. Maybe I'm partial because I actually built this fortress, but the fortresses that I ran into a dwarf fortress last night, and it was kind of friggin' chaotic. Like it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh look, you can zoom in and out. Very good. All right, so here I am, definitely on the main level. We're gonna go to the tavern. Am I? Is that water? I feel like I'm dripping because I fell in the water. I probably am dripping because I fell in the water. And here's my tavern. The performers are in the middle of the musical composition. That's kind of cool. The Birth of Gazes. Is that a performer? View the Bard. Let me actually walk over there and see if I can. Dwarves. I think dwarves generally are happier when they're clean. Oh, and for some reason I'm prone. So let's fix that. We're gonna go over here and watch the performance. I wonder if there's a way I can actually do that. Cancel. Oh, and I can start a performance there. View the Bard. How do I actually... All right. Let's pass a few turns. I'm just hitting period a few times. Oh no! Oh, the skinny bard makes a mockery of the Dush with a shame-worthy performance. Oh my word, that's a shame. This chanter is all right. I'm loving this. I never see these reactions when I'm in Fortress mode. We're just here hitting the period, listening to the performance. wonder how long they'll go on for. He sounds vaguely. All right. I'm going to let these guys finish, and then I think I'm going to try reciting that poem. Although I don't know what.
Our Maggie got off on her cruise today. 12 days of fun on a boat. Don't you feel bad for Lucas? 12 days trapped on a boat with Maggie.
There's definitely we're getting some critical feedback from some of the observers. Now, I don't know if so to go deeper on that, Ian. I don't know if dwarves are necessarily happier when they're clean, but we do know that they like um, being in mist. Oh man, that skinny bard is just not doing good.
He had a flare up of the IBS, and then he hadn't eaten apparently in like I don't know how many days, and he was so weak, and it just doesn't get any better. I mean, he was when we saw them at
Hmm.
Morris. That's why we had to go get him the deer meat because he was on the special diet.
Two
He
lovers.
even stopped eating
Ooh. Poor focus. Clearly he needs to focus a little better. All right, I'm gonna walk over and check out the artifacts. Yeah, and this is the animal trap that one of my guys made, so I'm glad to see it's still here. And then I don't remember. I think one of you, I think Squid was on when this guy was made. The coal bracelet, which is basically very coal-like with spikes of coal, but it's considered an artifact. But now that I've looked at them, let me see artifacts, and I still don't know about them. Hmm. I wonder why that is.
Okay, it turned out it's something called a thymoma, which is very slow
Hmm.
growing.
All right. So I'm going to go over here to this seat, and I'm going to start a performance.
Which is what it sounds like. It's like
Can initiate a poetry.
literally they were able to remove the whole thing. I guess they tested some like suspicious looking areas and they
All right. So I'm going to recite a poem. I think we'll recite the Slim Bear and Prices.
he just has to have right. So hopefully that I well he's a surgeon that
Tobal. I remember the name Tobal.
who's actually over tonight working on the air conditioning. Oh yeah,
So did you guys like my performance?
with the robot. I think the end of February.
All right. I guess I'm still a dabbling speaker.
Dates that I was after write that one.
I have a feeling that if I
And
if
every
I
week, thankfully.
recite poems a bit, that'll go up. But where was Tobal? Is that me? No, I'm not Tobal, am I? No, I'm Cyril. Where's Tobal?
Yeah, so which show are you most
Or is
excited for?
Tobal one of my dogs? Colfie? Alright. Well, anyway. This is nice, but let's look around a little bit more.
Cabaret is very dark. Please don't laugh inappropriately.
Alright. Who do we have here?
You don't want to guess.
There's a
Yeah,
sheriff?
freak you out.
I don't think I appointed a sheriff.
Still try to.
Maybe the game decided we needed a sheriff. All right.
And we have.
So let's ask about the local ruler. The Fortress of Sorcerers rules Sizzlepick. We're in the right. All mat. Okay, so that's fine. Oh, Toble's my dog. And the sheriff was patting him. So that's good.
And then Wednesday night I'm going to Wicked. Because I had to go to something. Thursday is Gatsby.
Let's ask about other groups with a stake in this site.
Friday is
I haven't heard anything like that.
Cabaret.
Okay, fair enough. We'll continue the conversation. We'll change the subject. Um,
Yeah, we'll have to figure like he'll probably be at the city like noon, so I don't know.
hmm.
We're not. Oh, you're only kicked out Sunday.
No, I don't want to ask. I don't want him to yield.
Yes, but
Comment on the natural surroundings. It sure is dark down here. You think? Alright, I clearly am a shitty conversationalist with him. Alright. Here's the dining room.
but that's so it doesn't even have an we were there. It's short and beautiful. It's on the flies.
Let's view the engraving. The diamond glee, an exceptionally image of a bed. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, they've engraved a bunch of stuff. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I realize I'm kind of dorking around. We're going to start heading downstairs.
What I had to do that.
Because that's kind of what I'm curious about.
I'm sorry. What?
Alright, so we'll go down. This is... This is where the... This is, I think, all the quarters.
I just thought you were.
Yeah, alright. So we don't care too much about this level.
Parts at Newport, you might have to take the ferry back by yourself.
Go down. This is... Well... This is where we bury dwarves. This is my guy who got into a strange mood, and I didn't have the proper workbenches or materials for him to make whatever artifact he wanted to. So he just died of thirst because he got melancholy. Kind of like Padme. She lost the will to live. Here's my hospital. Oh, that's right. This over here should be my library, which, God, there's a lot of fucking blood. Yeah. And a goat. All right. Let's view the rock salt bookcase. That's superior, isn't that nice? I don't... the goat might explain the blood.
That's a good start to the year. I want to break last year.
I want to see if I can find a scroll. I'll finish my action. So these are empty scrolls, and I don't think I can really do anything with them. And I'm certainly not going to steal them, because I'd basically be stealing from myself. But I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a scroll that can be read. But I'm kind of wondering if... Yeah, there's nothing in that bookcase. Yeah, I wonder where the scrolls are that these guys read. So let's see here. He's wearing all the stuff. Oh, look, Trogdolite blood splatter. That's from the Trogdolites that broke up. Oh, and he's the chief medical dwarf. Remember the chief medical dwarf? How about this guy? We'll start a new conversation with the scholar. What will you say? Hey, Basmer, how you doing?
Just coming back to Broadway. It's gonna be off Broadway. I forget New World Stage maybe.
What's he doing?
It was. I didn't know that was ever.
Oh, he's got the cop. That's the scroll. That's one. That's the one scroll that we bought that from a trade caravan. He's apparently hauling it somewhere. Isn't that nice? And I guess the goat is his.
Is actually the person who's playing Gatsby.
So we're gonna ask him how he's feeling.
So I'm like, all right.
I've been mulling over the screw. Aren't we all, Besmer? Aren't we all? And he's content. I don't know. I don't know why that amuses me. Oh, we lost Squid. Okay, that's fine.
How is other Josh?
He's content mulling over the screw. I think the real question on Action News is are there still trogdolites around? So I think, you know what it's time for? It's time to head down. So that's going to be, what's the key press for that?
She would have approved.
That is Control 5.
I said she would have approved.
All right, so that's just to clear it out area. Just to clear it out area. So this is where we broke into the first set of caverns. This is the militia barracks. This is the oh shit drawbridge that is in the down position, so things can actually come through. And then through here, oh boy, trogdolite pieces from my militia killing them, I think. So that was good of them. But these are the first caverns we broke into, which nothing really came out of them. So I really don't think they're inhabited. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue to go down the stairs. Oh man. Mangled, rotting trogdolite stuff.
Anyway, all right. I'm not gonna go to bed. I love you.
Trogdolite skeleton.
Maybe.
I'm not going to get the trogdolite skeleton, but I could if I wanted to, and I love that about this game. And I really need to stand up. Sometimes things knock you prone. Get trogdolite right foot. Fine. We'll take the right foot. I don't know why I felt it necessary to pick up the trogdolite's right foot. We're going down, down, down. What do we have here? More trogdolite pieces. And there's apparently a child here. Because dwarven parents apparently let their kids run down below. Yeah, here's granite. There's more dead troglodyte. And then over here, yeah, more going down. Oh, what the heck is that? Spider silk thread. Yeah, let's pick that up. That could be valuable. That implies that there might be spiders. So this is... We're still in what's essentially the first caverns, I think. Oh, you know what I should probably do? Yeah. I want my weapon back, but I got to remember how to do that. Okay, iron battle axe. That's right. So that's now in my hand because I removed it. And I want my shield too. Remove it. That's now in my hands. So there we go. So now they're in my hands. And we can see that if we zoom in on me. But now I'm actually ready. Should I run into something, I'll have my weapons out. What I do need to be careful of is not getting lost down here. That's a bush. You know what? Again, I don't think we've got much inhabiting this level, so I'm going to keep going down. I just want to check something. That's cute. I could actually retire at this location, and I'll bet if I unretire the fort, I'll be a resident. That could be fun. I'm going to have to test that. And yes, I'm intentionally just going down the stairs. Oh, that's right. And this is where the shit went down. This is the level where the troglodytes realized that there was suddenly a staircase they could go up, and they suddenly started streaming upstairs. So I am now officially in the scary place. So now we're exploring. So something to note, you see these dots and stuff over here? That's stuff I remember. The map doesn't do me any good. If I hit the map, it just shows that, hey, I can't travel until I leave the site. So my adventure is literally stuck in the fortress, which is kind of where I want it to be the entire time. And the big question is, are there any nasties down here that just did not come roaring up from the first time? What is that? Tunnel toad. You cannot fell trees until you leave this site. Interesting. So I can't chop a tree inside of an actual site. That is, can I ignite the sport? Oh, Ian, did you see that? I set the tree on fire. I mean, we can make that happen. Now, the chance that this is a fire that will spread and do any actual damage is low. Can I actually sleep? Cannot rest until I leave the site. That's a little disturbing because your character does occasionally need to rest. Although, craft. This is a butchering and craft. Butchering requires sharpened. The basic is limited to constructing a stone axe necessary to fell trees. You can pick up a few rocks and a tree branch to get started. Okay. We're not going to worry about that. I thought you could build, too. I thought you could do some building. Like some light building. Gonna have to look that up. Is that water or is that open space? Oh, I'm in water. Yeah, we don't want to drown because I'm not a very good swimmer. And why am I seeing those little okay, maybe I'm remembering my dogs. That's disconcerting. There was a creature here, but I think it was your dog who are now following you. Yeah. Alright, so this ends in water over here. So we're not going to want to, again, I don't really want to risk drowning because that would be a very unglamorous way to die. Although, it's Dwarf Fortress, right? Losing is fun. And now it's personal. So, Cave Spider Silk Web tells me... I mean, that would make sense that there's cave spiders in here somewhere, right? If their webs are here? What is this? Okay. I also noticed I no longer have the retire at this location option because I guess I'm technically not really in the friendly area of the fort any longer. It's given to starvation is the quit option. Oh, now I'm close enough that I can retire from this location. Okay. So there's got to be some proximity going on there. We're just going to explore this way. I feel like we kick the shit out of the troglodytes and there's really not a whole lot going on. Now, the reality is the dwarves could always dig deeper. This is pretty deep. This is like under level 100. It's a big fucking cavern. Let me see something. Yeah, I can zoom out pretty far, so that's good. And what's the temperature? It's cold. There's no wind. Okay. Well, yeah, I wouldn't think there'd be wind. We're underground. The only wind is, you know, my character farting, and now I was moving real slow because I was prone. Nothing to fight. I am not a warrior if I have nothing to fight. I'm also, there's the real possibility that I'm going to get lost if I'm not careful. So there always is that. It's kind of pretty. What is that? An object. There's no object there. Oops, what did I just do? Ah, there's my staircase back up. So, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on in this area now that the troglodytes have departed. So here's the big question. Do I maybe retire my adventurer here and bring the fortress out of retirement to see what that's like? Because I've never tried that. That would be a good experiment. What do you think, Ian? Should I pull the fortress out of retire this guy here, see if he's here as a resident, and then pull the fortress out of retirement and see what kind of state it's in? I think that's kind of tempting. And then, because if I can reasonably flip... Yeah, right? I agree. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to head back upstairs. I mean, he could retire at this location. Let's do this. We're going to grab him. We're going to screenshot rectangular region. I don't know if you're seeing this. And we're going to save that. All right. So now that's in the screenshot folder. I've got his name, Cyril Rushbell. And we're going to minimize that, put that away. Because I'm terrible with names. I don't know if you saw that little screenshot thing, or whether that was just a black screen because of the way the software works. Okay, good. Well, that's actually good, because that could be a potential security issue. So I'm glad you didn't say it. No offense. All right. What I actually want to do, I thought there might be a leader who I can ask permission to stay here. Oh, I'm sorry. I have my weapon out again. Um, they don't freak out when I. So we're going to put the shield in the pack, inventory, battle axe in the pack. They freak out a little too much. The sheriff. Will the sheriff let us stay? Does he even care? Yeah, it's good to see you. Continue conversation. Ask for directions. I just want to see if I can invest, because there used to be. Oh, I could claim the site for myself, but I don't think that's going to work. I wonder what happens if I try to claim the site. All right, we're going to try claiming the site and see what happens. No, we're not going to do that. What if we ask listener to join you? Oh, that's interesting. Ask listener to join you on adventure. Let's see what he says. I'm sorry, my duty is here. You know, and mad respect, Ton. Mad respect. And actually, let's put his name down. His name is Ton, is the sheriff. Because I want to remember that. Because I don't remember having a sheriff. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I like you, sheriff. I don't care what they say about you. I am going to retire at this location. Yeah, I'm really going to retire. All right. So we're going to save the world, return to the title menu. And what the fuck? Did I just crash? What? Oh, I just crashed. Well, isn't that a kick in the ass? No, it actually crashed on me. All right, let's see where my status was, because I don't remember where I last saved. Oh, did I lose everything? Son of a bitch. That's the entire. That's the entire thing. Ah! Yeah, that whole adventure. Boom, lost. She crashed. Well, I guess. In fact, what are you got? Like, I'm seeing in the stream, it looks like it's frozen on what I was broadcasting. Let me fix that. Open selector, Windows, Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, no, the it crashed, and Dwarf Fortress stopped running. I could then relaunch it in Steam, and fucking thing didn't autosave. All right, let me check something because that's irritating. Mm. Crashed when I retired. I feel like I had done a lot too. Okay, I can do save and continue playing. I guess I need to be more conscientious about saving because that is that a known bug? I have no idea. I don't know any of the bugs at this point. They're all strangers to me. Okay. All right, this is fine because I'm just going to talk a little less because we've done this once already, right? We did this. It's a very fast trip to the fortress. And I'll do a little less effing around. A little less. Yeah, okay, so we want to go a little to the left. That's fine. This is fine. Because, right, I didn't really kill anything. There was very little adventure to be had other than just kind of experiencing the fortress from the inside, which was kind of neat. Got to admit that. I guess you don't got to admit anything, but I thought it was kind of neat. But I think the lesson learned is maybe force a save every so often, because that we do have the save and continue option. All right, let's see. Virtually there. I just don't remember. All of a sudden, I stumbled on the. Was it when I was up? It was Valheim, right? All of a sudden you're there. Yep, there it is. So we're up the hill a little bit. I'm so glad the trade depot's there because finding just this little door would be kind of hard. Control 5. Control is down. You can tell when you're not moving well that you've gone prone by mistake. All right, let's see what we got. Is the sheriff in here again? Skinny Bard, the Hammerer, Skinny Bard. I kind of want to go see. All right. What's going on in here? Oh, this is the dining room. Okay. So that's me. Lady Consort, Fat Elf Poet, Muscular Miner, Axe Dwarf, Merchant. Oh, actually, let's start a conversation with the merchant. Great listener. I am moody, praise to Ulit, whoever the hell that is. All right. But I wanna, since they're a merchant, I want to see if they can trade. You should probably try a shopkeeper. Well, okay. Didn't realize that you couldn't help me. jerk. All right. So let's try this. We're going to hit escape. We're going to save and continue playing. Would you like to name this manual? Say, what would you? Oh, I have to name it. We're going to call it Cash. Okay. And now we're going to retire at this location. Retire. So save world and return to title menu. We will save to this timeline. Oh, well, now it's behaving. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, all right. I'm gonna keep recording, so we'll have a record of what's gonna happen when I start this.
All right. I would like to get up, please. Come on.
Start a new game. So that's the Planets of Enchantment. So it's got one fort, one adventurer. We got a little music going on. Later, bud. Do Fortress. Okay, so we're going to unretire. We're going to unretire Sizzledpick. It's an Abaddon. Regain their senses after an initial period of that feels all right. All right, let's look and see who's here. Is my look at that? Is that my guy? Cyril Rushbell. No, that's a different Cyril. Wait a minute. $72 old. It's the same guy. He's just got a different last name. Because he's the right age. He's got 2 pets. There's his battle axe. There's the poems and stuff he knows. All right, so he's actually oh yeah, there he is. Right where I left him. That's funny. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. The woodcutter's been missing for a week. Where's the war dog fighting? Oh, wow. It tore the shit out of that guy. Okay. That's not what I want. I want dwarves. Citizens. All right, so he's actually... Yeah. All right, he's doing good. But he actually did... He did actually join the fort, and the sheriff is ton. Let's see about that. Because I don't remember having a sheriff. Oh, yeah, there's a sheriff. Good lord. Don't show again. Yeah, look at that. The fort appointed a sheriff. Oh, and look. All the fucking zones are... Well, some of the fucking zones are not there any longer. Let's look at the tavern. Do we have a tavern keeper? We do not. So we're gonna have this guy become the tavern keeper. And then we'll have Besmer. Actually, let the Fisher Dwarf be a performer. Yeah, we got some cleaning up we got to do. Do I still have work orders? No, I do not. Okay. So we're going to have to get some work orders in place. Brew. Drink from plant. We'll make that conditional. Amount of drinks is less than 10. Amount of unrotten fermentable plants. Amount of empty food storage items. There we go. All right. There we go. Oh, yeah. Well. All right. Do these conditions again. There we go. We'll add another work order. Barrel. Yeah, this is the one problem of unretiring. There's our barrel work order. We want our bin work order. Wooden bin. We'll do a conditional on that. Empty bins. Amount of logs. We'll do meal. Prepare fine meal. And we'll do that. Unrotten prepared meals. Amount of unrotten cookable items. Yeah. All right. Labor. Oh, yeah, I need to check something because I'll bet those settings are wrong now. Where is that? We need to make sure that they don't cook with seeds. Settings. No, that's not what I want. I need... What do I need? I need basically the rules. Where are those? Tasks or labor? All right, kitchen. And we want to make sure that plum pelmets are not to be cooked with, because then we lose the seeds. There we go. So we don't want to cook with plum pelmets. So let's see, broker. Bookkeeper. The bookkeeper needs an office. His office should be here. Oh yeah, it is. And it's there. All right, it's he's assigned to it. I guess he just has to. Okay, exposition leader. All right, so what are the other? Needs meager study. But he does have a meager study. All right, well, let's try this. All right, so I had to toggle that. Because he's the the manager, right? Yeah. All right, so now the bookkeeper, we need to. So we need to assign him to. We need to basically bounce him from his office. So there's a couple of bullshit things you got to deal with. That's fine. And then the sheriff needs a bunch of stuff to be a proper sheriff. That's fine. Do we have a militia commander? Yes, we do. We have a chief medical dwarf. That's fantastic. All right, let's double check our work orders. Coal. No, charcoal. Make charcoal. So we're going to... Amount of refined coal is less than 10. Amount of logs is greater than 10. Fantastic. Then we want to do smelt. Magnetite. Amount of iron bars is less than 10. All right, how do I want to do this? Amount of refined coal is less than 10. With the ore. Amount of iron bars less than 10. Amount of refined coal is greater than 9. There we go. That's what we want to fire that off. Okay. So that gets us charcoal, that gets us iron bars. That gets us brewing, meals, storage containers. I think we have plenty of scrolls at the moment. We'll add those back into the automatic work orders if necessary. All right, let's let the fortress run for a little bit. Do I have these settings? Oh, look at that. It remembers these. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. So I had to reset some work orders. I had to set up. I had to set up some offices and stuff. How's our military looking? Oh no. Okay, well no, we actually have the Cobalt Squad. And they are active. And their schedule. They do training. do. And there's their place. So that's fantastic. The naked mole dog. Where's that happening? All right, we'll approve. All right, this is coming along nicely. Let's see if we have any. Oh man, they're terrible. Like, I don't have any intellectuals. What I really need to do is make an adventurer who's a scholar and just bring him to the fort. You know what? That's actually not the worst idea I've ever had. And where are the chests that were here? Build furniture chest. Build furniture chest. Oh, there are chests in there already. Those scrolls are just not in them. Okay, that's fine. All right. So this has been a good experiment. I'm going to stop the stream for now, and we'll get back to this world later. So let's save and return to title menu. It just auto-saved, but we're good. And again, one of the lessons we learned is you need to save in adventure mode. That was annoying. All right. Anyway, everyone have a good night.